Milblogger. For the latest news and conflicts around the world, shaping your reality.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of West Coast Milblogger. I'm your host, Cyrus Emerson. Right now, it's 86 degrees in Tampa, and it feels like 95 degrees. Winds are a mild 7 miles per hour, nothing compared to earlier this week when Hurricane Milton passed through the area with wind gusts well above 100 miles per hour, not to mention a plethora of tornadoes. Storm surges weren't as high as expected, while inland flooding hit unprepared communities because of high rain volume. From A to Z is teaming up with Taiwanese Buddhist Foundation Zhu Qi from now until November 14th to donate a portion of proceeds made from sales of audiobooks, books, podcast views, and even if the movie Z Dead sells, then that too. Up to $1 million to be matched by Zhu Qi. Please see the link below. Now, our AI correspondents report on North Korea escalation, Be the Blessing, and Cosmic Web Hubble tension.
North Korea escalation. Share how Kim Jong-un is raising the bar as his friendship with the Putins threatens the current global order. North Korea became very aggressive this week, making several moves to raise the stakes in Ukraine and abroad. Aside from the nation's constant rhetoric against South Korea and its threats of nuking America, the DPRK is getting ready to mobilize for the front lines in Ukraine. While the war in Ukraine has seen a drainage of manpower on both sides with 80,000 Ukrainians killed and more than 600,000 Russians, battles continue at strategic points. Heavy armor gets destroyed with artillery and ammunition depots explode from drones, yet it's the sacrifice of human lives at the trench level, moving lines of control across more than 600 miles. Enter the North Koreans. Fresh troops in new uniforms ready for battle. So far they've only been specialists, yet they have casualties. Even their ammo has been detonated. However, brigades of soulless soldiers are about to man the trenches to advance with rifles without fear of desertion in a land full of white people. This is the curse Netanyahu spoke of at the United Nations before Israel attacked a UN outpost. People who only want death armed with guns and being told to move forward in wave after meat wave. China helped North Korea to a stalemate in the Korean War this way. That was before cluster munitions now being used in Ukraine. Not to mention Dragon drones scorching tree lines where Russians prefer to hide. Now North Koreans are going to fill the holes in ranks, hoping to resurrect Genghis Khan, his spirit protected by Mongolian shamans, as warmer temperatures and violence escalate globally.
Be the blessing. Explain the blessing to the world Israel could be if it stood up for Ukraine using air superiority against Russia. Putin's birthday is October 7th, the same day as its ally Iran attacked Israel in the deadliest attack on the Jews since World War II. Meanwhile, Ukraine is losing the biggest European conflict since World War II against Russia. The fledgling democracy fighting for freedom in need of a friend like Israel to bring a torchlight in the form of aircraft to the dark night sky. Netanyahu's recent speech at the UN, as already mentioned, shares how Israel's leader is upset with the world for condemning Israel after Iran's bullying support for paramilitary organizations in the region. He makes the case for a battle between good and evil, one where Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis are the evil aggressor trying to eliminate Israel, while Israel fights to be a torch, a beacon of light, a democratic state fighting against tyranny. Yet there's not one mention of Russia. He completely ignores their connection to Iran. Not one word about Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine at the UN, a place where the Ukrainian conflict took center stage for nearly 2 years. Only West Coast Milblogger makes this discrepancy clear. Ukraine, a democracy with a Jewish president, one that has been fighting like David in a battle for democracy for many years against a Goliath in Russia. Ukraine can't secure peace with Russia unless they get NATO membership. Yet Hungary has said this would lead to World War III. There seems to be a lack of support for Ukraine among the elites. They're the Jewish scholarship kid at the Christian Ivy League school. Why can't Netanyahu prove he deserves the faith of the world by providing security for Ukraine without involving NATO or causing a nuclear war? Be the blessing Israel, provide strength with light during the darkest hour. Shnim tobim mahad, wait hashuei shurayu wadi leraut baulim, kosme shapusal farfusal et atzmu. Translation, two are better than one. Be the change you want to see in the world, because he who invalidates another invalidates himself.
Cosmic Web, Hubble tension. Tell everyone about research from A to Z scientists at CERN are currently conducting to attempt unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Recently, the cosmic web has been proven to be true and mapped. While it's been said before the cosmic web resembles the structure of a brain, it can be proven now through observations that the Milky Way galaxy resides inside a tube of the cosmic web. While From A to Z has shared previous research into the evolution of universe from the perspective of a stem cell and subsequent cell division, the company is now exploring ways to further our understanding of this phenomenon without truly realizing the connection between the macro and micro elements of size theory. Scientists at CERN are now using a new cosmic web map to study Hubble tension. The previous model of an expanding universe, uniform in all directions, must be replaced with zones of attraction forming the web of the cosmos, separated by massive voids of dark matter. There are basins of attraction where galaxies funnel through dark matter like water through cracks in a three-dimensional object, growing like a stem cell turning into an adult human. Hubble tension must now be observed within the confines of our local neighborhood of galaxies, moving toward the great attractor and the galaxies following the Milky Way's lead. This set of galaxies should have different values than more distant galaxies residing in arms separated by dark matter voids. The voids of dark matter are expanding, compressing, and stretching cosmic web, while locally the web remains fixed together, flowing in the same direction, until an ancient universe structure takes shape with a single file line of galaxies pulsating matter to each other.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of West Coast Milblogger. As always, From A to Z offers a great product line with a nonfiction history book of the first wagon train into Southern Oregon now available on audio. Show your enthusiasm for the Applegate Trail of 1846 with a brand new hooded sweatshirt. The company is donating a portion of proceeds from now until November 14th to be matched by Zucchi for hurricane relief in Florida, where the hemp revolution remains on the front line. Remember to subscribe, like, and share on the many platforms the show is now available on. Keep it safe out there, and see you next week.